million US dollars has been praised by European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen as innovative. But human rights groups are calling it a dangerous precedent.
The Italy-Albania plan is a way to circumvent responsibilities on asylum. It's yet another attempt to militarize borders and to delegate responsibilities over the protection of people on the move to other states, to make sure that the eyes of the justice system and of the civil society cannot monitor, denounce, and protect those people. It's clearly not a question of space. There is no need for Italy to go and build extremely costly detention centers in another state.
The plan involves screening and processing applications in Albania, with vulnerable groups remaining in Italy. Those granted asylum will eventually move to Italy, while others face deportation. Under the 5-year agreement, up to 3,000 migrants picked up monthly by the Italian Coast Guard will be sheltered in Albania for initial screenings. Local residents where one of the centers is built are concerned.
This doesn't mean that arrival of migrants doesn't interest us. We are residents of Schengen. We just hope that it's for a good cause, but it harms our privacy, our family freedom because Schengen is small.
Despite the criticism, Meloni's government as well as EU officials view the Albania deal as a viable solution to Europe's migration challenges. As Europe grapples with ongoing migration challenges, this agreement may reshape how countries manage asylum seekers in the future. Abdul Wahab UP, TRT World.
Ardit Hoxha joins me now from Tirana for more on the story. So how do people in Albania feel about this deal with Italy?
There are good vibes, in fact, from Albanian people.
Mr. Yazıcı, you're next. Last 1 minute in vision.
We as Albanians, we have a special relationship with Italy, and in fact, Italy was one of the few countries when Albanian people almost 34 years ago, we left the country after the communism regime collapsed. They waited for us. So this agreement between Prime Minister Rama and Prime Minister Meloni is seen as a debt that the Albanian people should give to the Italians. In fact, people there the local people in Shëngjin or in Leja, they have said that as our sons 34 years before went to Italy for a better life, the same thing are looking these people from countries in Africa, in Europe, and especially in Italy. But we should see how it will go, because this is only the first day. There were only few of them that arrived today. Only 16 people, especially six of them were from Egypt and 10 from Bangladesh. So it should be seen in the next days, maybe, or the next weeks, with other ships that will bring more immigrants from Italian borders to our 2 points, one in Shëngjin and the other one in Jadar, because to specify it, there will be 2 points that the Albanian government has given to Italian authorities. One is in the harbor of Shëngjin, that will be the first point that when they will arrive in Albania, and the other one will be in Jadar. It has been an ex-military zone that the Albanian authorities have given to the Italian authorities, when they will be treated and will remain from the moment when they arrive and from the moment that they receive the answer from the Italian authorities, if they pass to have the documents, or they should be returned to their countries in Africa.
Thank you so much for breaking that down.
And by sir, coming to you now.
They're from Albania's capital, Tirana. Let's get more on this with Olzi Jaziger. He's an Albanian historian and speaking to us from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Thank you so much for your time. So we heard there from Ardit speaking about this special relationship that Albania has with Italy. Do you think that is part of the reason that the Albanian government agreed to this deal with Italy in the first place?
Well, The Albanian opposition and most of independent media, they are very critical of what Prime Minister Rama did. This issue, first of all, was not even sent to the parliament to get an approval. And the second is that the opposition and many independent analysts, they criticize Prime Minister Rama. They tell that he's turning Albania into his own private property. The coming of immigrants is not a very good thing for the situation of human rights in Europe. We know that many of these refugees, they are people who escape persecution, wars, and they have a dream to find a better place to live somewhere in Europe. But what Italy is doing in this case, it is dumping its refugees, its asylum seekers, in a third country, which is Albania, which also have security and economic issues. We have to remind our viewers that we have more than half of the population of Albania who have left the country because they suffer poverty, and many have taken asylum themselves in Europe. The situation of law and security in the country is not good. And moreover, by taking these asylum seekers from Africa and Asia, the Albanian government is doing what it did before by hosting around 3,000 Iranian mujahideens. The presence of the Iranian mujahideens in the country has threatened the security of Albania and has cost to the country a damage of millions of dollars. Now, by bringing these people from Asia and Africa, a country like Albania, which doesn't have the resources and the expertise to deal with them, it is importing a major problem. On the other hand,
sorry, when you lay all of those factors out, why then would the government go ahead and do this if there are so many issues involved, and of course the alleged violation of human rights of asylum seekers by doing this in the first place? Is it also to try and get into the quote-unquote good books of Europe as Albania seeks to join the Union?
That is one, and the second is Prime Minister Rama. He uses his own power for personal benefits. We have to bring here the issue of the mujahideens, like I mentioned, or the issue of the Gulenists. There are many Gulenists who are wanted by Turkey, who have been given positions of power in Albania. And the Prime Minister Rama, he doesn't care for parliament, he doesn't care for the public opinion, and he simply brings them. The problem is that we have a very serious situation of democracy and human rights in Albania. We have two major leaders of the opposition. One is Sali Berisha, who is under house arrest, and the other one who is the ex-president, who is under investigation. And they both blame the prime minister of using the courts and the prosecutors and the police to harass and to not allow democracy to run its course. And by bringing these refugees, and these refugees, first of all, when they leave their countries and they pay thousands of euros to cross the sea, they do not come, they don't want to end up in Albania. It is very unjust for these people. These people want to get safety in Western Europe. And there are many analysts in Albania who are protesting this. And moreover, the citizens of Shëngjin and Lezhë and Gjadër are very concerned. There have been even protests because people are afraid for their own security. We know that one of the reasons why Italy is doing this is because Italy simply cannot handle these people. Many of these people, they escape from the camps, they do criminal things, and they have caused so much damage to the security of Italy.
Yes, but that would be a small majority, and everyone under international law does have the right to seek asylum. But I'm afraid we've run out of time, Olsi, but I appreciate your thoughts on this situation in Albania. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.